You know, they had like horses that went up.
The steeplechase ride? Well, it went through the building?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It went really slow. Is that...
And it was like on a track?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I was so scared of roller coasters. All of my friends were going on the Cyclone, and I said, bye, and I went on that ride. I felt like such a big doof. And then we used to always go to my grandfather's deli, and they would have these, those big old wooden pickle jars. I don't even know. Big.
I've seen the pictures, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and so you go fishing with your hand and dig out a big pickle and put it in a plastic bag with the juice and just eat it out of the bag. It was great. Pistachio nuts, and we'd walk along the
Making me
beach.
hungry.
I know, but they had the red ones with the dye, so our hands and our tongues would be all red. We'd be walking, and then Nathan's. Oh, I think I must have been at Nathan's probably at least once a week.
The one at the beach?
Oh yeah, Coney Island.
Yeah, the original?
The original Nathan's, yeah.
Oh my God, I've been there. It's amazing.
It's amazing. When you get the big French fries that
the crinkle
come
cut?
in a cup. Yeah, the crinkle cut, and they come in a cup, and it's all grease. The whole outside of the cup is full of grease. That's how you know they're going to be good. And the hot dogs that crunch.
Yeah, the salt air makes it taste better than the franchises. That's my opinion, because they taste better than the franchises at the original.
And I was just there a couple of years ago, and I went,
Good memories.
We used to, my uncle and my aunt and my cousins lived right outside of Coney Island, and so we used to always go to their house, and I had a friend who lived there, so we were in Coney Island quite a bit. It was the last stop on the train. So one time I was reading a book, and I got so hung up in the book that I went right to Coney Island. I missed my stop, and there I was. I said, I'm here, I might as well have a hot dog. Fries. It was just... I don't know. It
was a simpler time.
I was just gonna. How did you know I was gonna say exactly that? Yeah.
Because it was.
It was. It was simpler times. It really was. We used to play the games. And they have those guys that they call barkers.
Oh yeah, with the stuffed animals and the statues and the chalkware dolls, all that.
Yeah.
I actually still. Do you remember those stuffed monkeys with like the plastic face and the, and then like those little horse statues that had like a horse rider? Yeah, I have some of those still that were from Coney Island, as well as like things from many other places.
Yeah, it was fun. And then
did you ever ride the parachute jump?
No.
You were too scared?
I just looked at that and got scared. Just the thought of it. I'm telling you, I used to watch my friends on that Cyclone, and I would be like, oh my God.
The Cyclone's the ultimate thrill.
Oh, I know, but that wood and rickety looking, it was like, the sound, it just was scary. That thing was scary. But everybody loved it, except me. And then in Atlantic City, then we also went there. I was mother's helper, in the summers. So we used to go there, and we'd take the kids and walk around and have cotton candy.
Have the fun times.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
The romantic strolls on the boardwalk.
Yeah, the boardwalk was great. Those, I haven't been on a boardwalk like that. Do they still exist?
Well, now Atlantic City on the boardwalk part has mostly casinos, but you can still rent those chairs that you get pushed in. You pay someone to push in. Those chairs, those wicker chairs that you sit in, and you pay a person and they roll you around the boardwalk.
Oh.
Yeah, which they've always had it.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, they still have that at Atlantic City, and then the pier has amusement. The original steel pier.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's still pretty fun, but it's now like the Las Vegas by the sea.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of nice, if you know what I mean.
Just different. Well, I remember, if you walked on those wooden boardwalks without shoes.
Oh my God, splinter prone.
Splinters like.
My dad got a splinter in Coney Island from that?
My mom, when she was little, she got lost from her parents and separated from them, and she went running on the boardwalk. Oh my God, she had so many splinters. She told me the story. So many splinters. Yeah, so I can't think of anything else.
What about the palace?
And okay, so we went there. You know, do you know the merry-go-round?
Oh, the one with the rings?
Yes.
Yes, you know that when it went up for auction, the horses were sold separately at $1 million each?
Yeah, you told me. And so, yeah.
Oh, and there was a break-in in 1985, and they caught the person the next day because they tried buying, with all the coins, a car.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's so they caught. There were a lot of break-ins.
There were? Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, they went through the Ferris wheel that went through the roof and got in, and then went to the office with the money.
Oh well.
Did you ever go on that Ferris wheel through the roof?
No.
You were too scared?
The height. Yeah, couldn't take the height.
What about,
Boring.
did you go through the fun houses or anything?
Oh, yeah. That
You know, the one with the castle and all the fun things?
yeah, those things I did, as long as it didn't involve a ride. But I did watch people, but...
Did you go through any of those dark rides, the Tunnel of Love ride, you know?
I didn't. Mm-mm. I don't know why I didn't. We just didn't. We were, like, you know, on the beach, having knishes.
Oh, yeah. Which you
they,
can't even find usually on the beach anymore. It's such a shame.
oh, and they had the best grease. They were the best. And they got a little sand in them. Just the whole experience. I mean, you know, you'd be out on the beach, and it was so nice because you could see all of the rides, and, you know, everything looked so nice.
Yeah, and then it was like the perfect photo scene, and you bought a postcard to remember your day. It was a simpler time. Now when people go to an amusement park, they just expect to buy like $40 in like toys and junk.
Yeah.
Like in the 1900s, the thing about it is they would go to the beach, then they would go to the amusement park, and they would buy a 5-cent postcard to remember their day. They weren't greedy like society now.
Oh, yeah. It was a whole different time. It really
Yeah.
was. You know.
I'm kind of like the only person my age that notices that.
Probably. Because you're into that.
Yep.
So, I don't know. I can't think of anything else. I'm sure there were a lot more stories and stuff. Those are the ones that stand out.
Okay. Thanks so much for the interview.
You are welcome, Taylor.